What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Hope everybody's having a great day. As you can see, we're out here once again in the garage for another Road Glide update. This update's going to be on my new 2024 Road Glide Standard in Billiard Gray. If you guys haven't watched my last video, make sure you guys go check it out. I made a video on 5 must-have mods for the new 2024 bikes. There's a lot of good parts I installed on the bike that are affordable. But anyway, without further ado, let's hop into today's video and I'm going to explain to you guys what we're going to be doing today. So Harley Davidson makes a great motorcycle, guys. As we all know, the new 2024 bikes are amazing as far as the looks, the style, the comfort, the performance. They're sharp bikes, they perform well, and I really don't have too much negative things to say about the bike. However, one thing I noticed that Harley did not do for 2024 is update the foot controls. As you guys may know, Harley's been running the same floorboard since 2015, I believe, and they're just kind of outdated, so I don't know why they didn't switch it up for 2024. But in today's video, I'm going to show you guys these new floorboards I got for the Road Glide and other foot controls, brake arm, rear pegs. I'm going to show you guys a little something that I found online. Check these out, guys. These are Billet foot controls in black, all billet aluminum, real lightweight aluminum. Billet floorboards, okay? I'm not going to say the name, but they look a lot like a famous brand out there that I do run on my other bikes. Very nice quality footboards. A rear brake arm and pedal, as you can see here. And your heel and toe shifter pegs right here. Heel and toe shifter, right? Rear foot pegs to match. All billet aluminum. And a carbon fiber shift linkage. Okay, now some of you may be wondering, man, those are sharp. How much you pay for those? Most floorboards are anywhere from $300 to $500 for billet floorboards. Most rear brake arms are anywhere from $150 to $350 depending on the brand. Your shifter pegs are anywhere from $40 to $50 per peg depending on the brand, and your rear pegs are anywhere from $80 to $180 depending on the brand. Now, believe it or not, I picked all this up, everything you see here, minus the shift linkage. I picked all this up for less than $200. Now, I know you guys are wondering where I bought all this for less than $200. I mean, floorboards alone are anywhere from $300 to $500. Believe it or not, I bought all these billet foot controls on Amazon, guys. I will leave a link in the description below for each and every piece that I bought to complete this set. The reason I'm making this video is that, you know, I hear from a lot of people that, you know, obviously inflation's at an all-time high right now, and buying parts for these bikes is very expensive. I mean, Harley parts are very expensive. We all know this. So I'm making this video because I wanted to show you guys some good quality parts that I found on Amazon, and I wanted to give you guys my honest opinion on these new foot controls that I found on Amazon for less than $200. And I know there's a lot of guys out there that are going to comment saying, I can't believe you put Amazon China parts on your bike, things like that. But when it comes down to it, foot controls are foot controls. Billet aluminum is billet aluminum. And as long as you Loctite your hardware, you should have no issues. And the cool thing about this is I will be reviewing these parts and let you guys know how well they hold up over time, because I have a lot of content coming to the channel with this bike and we're just getting started. I mean, the bike's basically bone stock as of right now. Like I said earlier, if you haven't watched my last video, make sure you guys go check it out. Did some mirrors, blacked out the reflectors, got rid of the factory license plate mount with the ugly LED license plate light, and went with a curved license plate mount there. But anyway, without further ado, let's hop into the video, guys, and we're gonna take off these stock floorboards and foot controls and install these nice billet anodized foot controls from Amazon. So let's get started. Also, another thing, when I was down here talking about these have been out since 2015, guys, these shifter pegs have been out since like 2001. Harley has used this style shifter peg on their bike since literally like the early 2000s, and I cannot believe they haven't upgraded those from the factory to make them look cooler than they do. But anyway, no worries, we're gonna get those off today. We're gonna take this ugly stock shift linkage off today, and we're gonna put on the carbon fiber shift linkage and the billet foot controls. So let's get started. So since we're changing out our rear brake arm as well, we're gonna have to take off the entire floorboard mount. So you're gonna have to undo these two Allen bolts here. These are 5/16 Allen bolt. So we're gonna go ahead and take those off now and just remove the whole floorboard completely so that we can get to the brake arm. Alright, so once you get your floorboard off, you have two 1/4 inch bolts holding your rear brake master cylinder on. you got to remove those so that you can loosen it up so you can get the cotter pin out for the brake arm. Once you have those bolts out, you got to remove this nut, and it's a 5/8. Once you get that nut off, there's a washer and an O-ring. Make sure you guys don't lose those. There's also this pin that goes through the brake arm to your master cylinder lever here, and there's a cotter pin you have to take out, which you can get to it from underneath here. So use some needle nose pliers, pull the cotter pin out. This pin will come right out, and then the rear brake arm should just slide right off like so. You might have to adjust, lift up on that. Just like that, your rear brake arm's off and you're ready to install the new rear brake arm. So make sure that this master cylinder is still loose, and you'll see there's the end that goes into the rear brake arm from the master cylinder, and that's where this pin goes. This pin goes through there, and then there's a cotter pin on the back side. It's really hard to get to, but it's definitely doable. But this has to be loose. Alright guys, so we got the new brake arm on, went ahead and put the cotter pin back in, and now it's pretty much solid on there. Make sure it works, make sure all your clearance is good. As you can see, nothing is rubbing on the pipe. So now we're going to throw a dab of blue Loctite on this threads right here, and then we're going to take this nut, basically a nut that they provided, and go ahead and screw it on, and then the brake arm install will be done. So we're going to go ahead and do that now. Alright guys, and just like that, the brake arm install is done. As you can see, they offer this flush mount cap as the nut basically to keep that on there, and it looks really good. Obviously not seeing the silver nut on there. Really nice billet piece here, guys. You cannot beat this whole kit for less than $200. Really impressed with the quality of the hardware here. Alright guys, so I went ahead and put the floorboard mount back on. It's easier to change the floorboard out when it's mounted to the bike. So I'm going to go ahead and take the old floorboard off now. There's two little Allens on each side here and here. So we're going to go ahead and do that now and put the new billet boards on. So this Allen bolt's a 3/16, and the nut on the back of each one is a 7/16. So I use a 7/16 ratchet and a 3/16 Allen, and you'll be able to get these boards off. So here's a comparison between the stock floorboard and the billet floorboard. I will say the stock floorboards are a lot heavier than these billet boards. These are way lighter compared to the stock ones. Just like that, the new floorboard and brake arm has been installed. The cool thing about this brake arm is it's adjustable, so you can adjust the angle of the pad on the brake arm here. And so I sat on the bike and adjusted it where I wanted it. They still move up and down, and the brake arm's real sharp. Looks a lot better than the factory one, and the matching brake pedal looks real good with the floorboards. What do you guys think? Comment down below, let me know your thoughts. What do you think of the new floorboards and brake arm? Get ready to do the other side next, and then we will move on to the rear pegs and get rid of these so that everything matches. I just wanted to let you guys know, so I don't think I mentioned it earlier, but this cap here is a 5/16 Allen bolt, and then this nut over here is a 7/16. You're going to want to use a socket, a 1/4 inch socket to fit in that hole, and then you're going to want to use the 3/16 Allen on the other side to tighten those up as well. Same with the back ones. So super easy, guys. You guys can do this at home. Super easy install. If you have some Allen wrenches and some regular wrenches, you'll be able to install these yourself. Just got the left side floorboard on, and as you can see here, it looks amazing on here. I cannot wait to get the heel and toe shifter pegs on. These are 1/4 inch bolts here. Before you put your heel and toe shifters on, make sure you use blue Loctite or red Loctite on these bolts before installing them. Loctite is key on a Harley. As you guys may know, these things rattle a lot and they vibrate a lot, so you definitely want to put Loctite on all your hardware. Heel and toe shifter is now on. They look absolutely killer on there. What do you guys think? Comment down below, let me know your thoughts. Do you guys like the new billet floorboards and shift pegs? Cannot wait to go out and test these things and give you guys some input once I have some miles on these floorboards and new foot controls. If you guys decide you want to swap out your shift linkage, this is a 1/2 inch nut here, and this is a 7/16 nut here on the back. So 1/2 inch in the front, 7/16 in the rear. We're gonna go ahead and take the factory one off and throw the carbon fiber shift linkage on. Alright guys, just got the carbon fiber shift linkage installed on the bike. What do you guys think? I really like the way that carbon fiber shift linkage looks. By the way, this is metric hardware, so this is a 13mm nut here. This is a 13mm nut here to adjust the linkage, and then the ARP hardware that they provide is an 8mm 12 point here, and then an 8mm 12 point on the back side here. So that's the tools that you would need to install that shift linkage on your bike. Just to give you guys an idea here, this shift linkage came off Amazon like I mentioned earlier, and I believe it was like $63. I'll put a link in the description below on where you guys can get that as well. I believe it was $63, and it looks identical to the Brock's shift linkage I have on my 19, and this was a $160 shift linkage here. And you get the Brock's logo on it. But as far as quality goes, they seem to be about the same. Now, I have a lot of hard miles on that shift linkage there. I'll let you guys know how these Amazon parts hold up. It's just crazy to me that you can buy these billet pieces and carbon fiber shift linkage for so cheap on Amazon. It really is it's crazy to me. But it looks killer on there, guys. If you guys are on a budget and you guys are looking to have some cool parts put on your bike, make sure you guys check out the links in the description below. Alright, so I just got the rear pegs on. These are really easy to take off. Basically, you have a C-clip on the back here. You have to use a C-clip pliers to get it off. You take that clip off, and then this pin just pops right out, and then the old peg will come off, and then you put the new peg in. Make sure you have this metal washer back here. That's what keeps it from falling down when it's up. It keeps it nice and tight. And then these pegs are adjustable as far as what angle you want it to be on. That's a really cool feature that these pegs from Amazon have. I have not seen that in other rear pegs before. You can loosen up this Allen bolt here and adjust the angle you want for your passenger peg. Really nice collection from Amazon, all billet aluminum. Very satisfied with the quality. But that's gonna do it for today's video, guys. If you like the video, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. If you're new to the channel, make sure you smash that subscribe button. Make sure you guys turn your notification bell on to stay up to date with all my latest content. Stay tuned, guys. I have a lot more videos coming on the new 2024 Road Glide. A lot more parts just arrived, and I cannot wait to get them installed on the bike and bring you guys along with me on this new project build. As always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace!